But I think we'll just start with the exodus of the Horde. So hello to YouTube as well. I have indeed turned into an... You are correct. Welcome to a Warcraft 3 Reforged playthrough. Last time, as was just explained to chat as well, we didn't exactly finish the playthrough. I got stuck at somewhere on Arthas and the humans. So I figured, let's get back into it. I do want to play Reforged at some point. And as I mentioned, I think it was the difficulty that we put it on. So I think we'll just put it on normal. Last time I remember there was something in the whole purchase Stratholme one where the difficulty scaling was not right. So yeah, we'll do it on normal. Hello Lihera and luck for hello. And in case you don't know, that's me. Noble right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember now.
The sands of time have run out, son of Duratan. The cries of war echo upon the winds. The remnants of the past scar the land.
This game, man. This game.
Which is besieged once again.
Did they update the cutscenes? Surely not. Maybe I'm just used to the YouTube recordings that I got, because this looks good. And Johnny, thank you very much for the 40. Ooh, let me, there we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing good. Look at that. The might of the Horde. And that one guy that can't stay on his feet. Ah, womp womp.
Heroes arise to challenge fate and lead their brethren to battle. As mortal armies rush blindly towards their doom, the burning shadow comes to consume us all.
There he is. Thrall, age 15, I think at the time, 16.
You must rally the Horde and lead your people to their destiny.
Yeah, okay, Mediv. Alright, let me get on that real quick. So, yeah, the start of Warcraft 3.
Me out.
All begins with a young war chief who has just rallied the Horde as he has liberated himself from the internment camps. Let me know, by the way, if you can hear me all right over the game sounds, because I'm going to have to fine-tune that. So young Thrall, before tutorial guy starts to talk a lot. Young Thrall, son of Duratan and Draka, is the offspring of the orcs that came through the Dark Portal in order to conquer the world. And there's a big old story that we'll get into there later on. But in essence, Duratan and Draka found out that the Horde was corrupted. They tried to expose it, and they went to the bestest buddy, Orgrim Doomhammer, to do so. Unfortunately, amongst Orgrim's ranks, there were those that were working with the corrupted people, and they swiftly killed Thrall's parents, to which the child was found by Adalus Blackmore, taken into an internment camp, and Blackmore was like, you know what, I could use this orc. I'm going to teach him how to read, how to write, I'm going to teach him tactics and how to fight, and then when he's all grown and when he's all stronger, I'll use him to lead all these imprisoned orcs, and I'm gonna conquer the world. But in our timeline, that did not happen. There's a different timeline where it did happen, but in our timeline, that did not happen. Thrall actually liberated himself, found Gromush and the Warsong clan, went around liberating his people from the internment camps, and eventually reforged the Horde. And that is when Mediv is like, hey, young orc, I need you.
What kind of nightmare was that?
It was no nightmare.
It was not a nightmare, young war chief, but a vision. Follow me, and I will reveal what your future holds.
Yeah, okay. So this is very much...
I don't know what this is all about, but I'll play along.
If anybody has never played Warcraft 3 before, would still very much recommend to get on it. Warcraft 3
No Krigar, no Gal.
is one of those games that just, you know, stands the
Excellent.
test of time.
You seem eager to be on your way.
I am.
However, you must first learn.
I know how to give Thrall orders, right? Right-click on the destination. We got a
Very
map
good.
that we can click
The
on.
path to the next banner leads through a black area. Notice how the black area shrinks as Thrall moves through it. This reflects areas you have explored.
The fog of combat, as they say. And then here we got my base camp. Yay! Look at that.
Are my warriors.
Hello.
We are yours to command, War Chief.
Let's get a group
Now that your troops
going.
are all selected, order them to move.
Prepare yourselves. I sense a knoll ahead.
Y'all hungry?
To order Thrall's forces to defeat this foul creature, select all of your troops, click on the attack button, and then click on the knoll.
Die, Null, die.
This was only a scout. But the knoll's camp lies just ahead.
Let's go get him.
Order your troops to perform an aggressive attack move into the enemy encampment. To do this, select all of your troops, click the attack button, and then left-click on the ground in the middle of the knoll camp.
Done that. Yeah, they're going for it. Don't worry about it. Had to adjust the visual as well because I'm working with like a wide monitor. Had to swap it over to 1920 1080. It was a bit of a pickle to get it done.
Good job.
Hey, Thrall leveled up.
Whenever you click on the hero...
Gnolls are the hyena people, right? Yeah, like Hogger. Like, you probably know Hogger. The cackling ones. The brutal ones.
War Chief, we've discovered a group of Murloc raiders in the nearby river.
The Murlocs would make excellent targets for your new Chain Lightning spell. To have Thrall use his new ability,
Dabu.
some monsters drop treasure when they are defeated. Treasure chests hold powerful... This particular treasure chest contained a useful potion of mana.
Thank you.
Notice that the potion now occupies one of Thrall's
Dabu.
inventory slots near the bottom middle of your screen. Potions of mana can be used to replenish a hero's mana, the magic energies that allow the casting of spells such as Chain Lightning.
I would tell you like epic lore behind the Gnolls. I think best we can do is a Gnoll war
The
that had to
wolf howl
do...
signifies that night has begun.
Be wary, my warriors. Don't let nightfall dull your senses.
I am talking here. Best we can do is a Gnoll war. I think Stormwind, like Variant's father, had to deal with a Gnoll war. Which, in the scale of things, when you think about enemies that we fight in Warcraft and whatnot, you might think to yourself, you know, Gnolls, who really cares? Gnolls aren't that scary. But let's not forget that Vol'jin's father died to Murlocs, sacrificing himself, or him, in order to appease a Naga. So, you know, power scaling is a bit out there, as well as... in Stormrage, there was the Emerald Nightmare. And in there, we learned that the kobolds are also quite terrifying to the troops. Like, imagine that you enter a mine, right? And you go deeper and deeper into the mine. And then your torch go out. And in the distance, you see candles moving, slowly approaching your position. And you hear cackling, and you hear all these little scurrying rats, and they got like little mining picks, and they're like, "You don't take candle!" That would be terrifying for anybody.
Dabu.
So, you know, a Gnoll war
honor.
ain't that much out there. Murlocs are epic. I mean, how many have not fallen to the
ogre.
Murlocs?
We'd have a fierce battle on our hands if the beast weren't sleeping.
So wake him up!
None will survive.
Die! Gnolls have tents by human skins, correct.
For honor.
I need to sneeze. Which is only fair, you know. How many leatherworkers... How many leatherworkers out there have not used the skin of the fallen beasties for armor or for tents, you know? If it would offer us defense points or epic gear, We probably run around in human skin suits. We probably run around with the faces of our enemies on our bodies. Alright, Mediv, what do you want? I did your tutorial thingy. What can I do for you?
Greetings, son of Duratan. I knew you'd find your way.
Uh-huh.
It was you I saw in the vision. Who are you? How do you know me?
I know many things, young war chief, about you and your people. My identity at this time is unimportant. What is important is that you rally your people and leave these shores immediately.
Leave? What's this all about, human?
Human? I left my humanity behind long ago. I am something different now. Know that I have seen the future and beheld the great burning shadow that is coming to consume this world. You sense it as well, don't you?
His cloak needs fixing, man. Look at that.
Are returning.
Yes, and only by leading your people across the sea to the distant lands of Kalimdor will you have a chance to stand against them.
But how can we...
I will answer all of your questions in time, young war chief. For now, rally your warriors and prepare to leave this land. We will speak again.
Okay.
None of this makes sense. But the spirits tell me that I should trust him.
I gotta check my graphics settings. I wonder if those trees are HD textured and whatnot. They look rather dodgy. That's tutorial done. Good job, everybody. That took us 7 minutes. Hell yeah. Continue on. Chapter 2, 3 days later, near the Lordaeron coast. So, a little bit of backstory on Mediv, by the way, as we will learn later on in Warcraft 3 as well. But Mediv is the son of Aegwynn, and Aegwynn was the Guardian of Azeroth. The Guardian was this epically empowered being that was supposed to be this big-ass defense force against the Burning Legion, like the demons and Sargeras and whatnot. But Aegwynn didn't really like to be controlled and be told what to be done by old men. So Aegwynn at some point fights against Sargeras, his avatar that's been summoned onto the world, and she thinks that she's won the battle. Except the avatar Sargeras has sneakily dropped a little bit of his spirit inside of her, waiting for just the right moment. And, you know, he pushed her on a little bit more away from the council, feeding the idea of, you know, you can't trust them and whatnot. And Aegwynn comes up with the idea of, you know what? Normally I'm supposed to give these guardian powers to the next generation, whatever the council picks. I'm going to keep these powers for myself. I'll sire my own offspring. I'll sire my own person to follow in my footsteps. So she meets up with Nila Saran. They have sex. They have a baby. I know, right? And they have Mediv. And Mediv is given the guardian powers, but also the spirit of Sargeras. Uh-oh. So now the Lord of the Burning Legion is inside of Azeroth's guardian. And through him, Sargeras makes contact with Gul'dan, with the Horde. They set up the whole Dark Portal. They set up that whole first invasion. The corruption that we spoke about with Duratan and Draka. And a whole bunch of trouble. And then Mediv was killed. And then he came back, and now he's trying to set things right.
It's been 3 days, and this prophet has yet to show himself. I hope I'm not making a huge mistake by trusting him.
Like, look at those
War
trees.
Chief,
That does not
the
look
clans are
right.
assembling as you ordered, but it will take them some time to reach us.
Then we must prepare this camp immediately. I want my warriors to have food and proper lodgings when they arrive.
Yes, War Chief.
Warrior, has there been any word from Hellscream? He and the Warsong clan were supposed to have been here by now.
No, War Chief. We haven't heard from Hellscream in some time.
Damn it, Hellscream. Where the hell are you?
Oh my god, he said hell. Thrall, this is a Christian stream. Menu. Options. Graphics. Foliage. Maybe I need to put foliage on high?
The blinking button at the top of the screen indicates that your quest journal has been updated. To find out more about your objectives,
I can
click
do
on the
that.
quest button.
We need more gold.
So, how
Once a
come...
peon has been ordered to harvest gold, he will automatically travel back and forth between the gold mine and your closest great hall.
Hang on. Tutorial guy
Here
still
are a few
talking.
additional peons. To increase the rate of gold collection, order them to harvest from the same gold. You have just placed a rally point for your structure. Whenever a unit finishes training from this building, he will automatically travel to the rally point's location. To place a rally point, select one of your unit-producing structures and right-click on the ground where you want the rally point to appear.
Uh-huh. Alright,
Need
cool.
more gold.
So, how
Ready
did
to
how did the humans catch Thrall and put him in prison in
The
Hills by
amount of
Foothills?
gold that you currently possess is displayed in the upper right portion of your screen. As peons return to your Great Hall with gold, your gold stockpile increases.
Uh-huh.
Training a unit takes time.
Ready to
When your
work.
Great
Alright, cool.
In order to support a larger population, additional orc burrows will have to be constructed. Burrows provide the food that allows you to train more troops. To construct a burrow,
Ready to
select
work.
one of your peons.
Do you mean at the beginning? Like, why is he in the internment camp? Well, that has to do with,
Yes.
Now, click on the Build Structure button in the command card.
Can't build there.
with his parents trying to expose the corruption within the Horde and being slain by Gul'dan's people who, you know, heard that they had been trying to expose Gul'dan and the Shadow
War mills
Council.
Can increase the efficiency of your lumber harvesters. Try ordering a peon to construct a war mill near where your peons are chopping wood.
And young baby Thrall was left to die to the wilds. And instead of dying to the wilds, he was found by Adelis Blackmore. Adelis took him into those internment camps,
We need more gold.
where he was a very cruel master. He beat Thrall, you know, it was an orc, he saw him as a monster, but he saw him as a monster that he could use for his plans. Thankfully, there was Trifa Foxton amongst the humans who showed Thrall some kindness. Like, imagine
Ready
if
to work.
there was only, you know, abuse
Work complete.
and darkness and all that. Tarifa was also the one who made them realize that Thrall was just a baby. So when Thrall was a child, he couldn't really eat what they tried to feed him. I think they gave him, like, meat. They were like, oh, you know, little
Now that your
monster.
burrow has been completed, the peon who built it can be assigned to a new task.
Let's just give him some meat. And she's like, yeah, but he's a baby. You need to give him some milk. And as luck would have it, Tarifa's mum, I mean, not really lucky, she had just given birth to a child. Or had just lost a child. Anyway, she was still giving milk, so she put Thrall on her teats. And then they were rewarded with, like, clothes and standing and buildings. And, like, Adelis Blackmore was like, yeah! Yeah! You're amazing! And that's how Thrall's life was for a little bit.
War mills contain various upgrades that can be researched to improve your troops. To see what upgrades are available, select your war mill.
I already did that, thank you.
All available upgrades appear as buttons in the War Mill's command card. To research an upgrade, left-click on the one you want to purchase.
RB, thank you so much for the 100 months. 100. You absolute beaut. Who would have known? Look at us. Look at us. Who would have known? Not me. Not me. You? Maybe.
Can't
Not
build
me.
there. Work.
Triple digits, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Work complete.
All right, you're still going. We got gold. We could do some upgrades, I guess. Yeah. So now, is it now game over?
With it.
Is it now over? Is het over? De liefde tussen jou en mij.
For honor. Dabu.
Is het over? Maar we waren toch
more
zo
lovers.
blij.
Restless.
Never! Alright, a little bit more wood. There we go.
The war chief.
It's true.
Yes.
It's very true. I am part of the sandwich.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know the optimal amount of orcs in a gold mine. I think it was somewhere between 4 or 5, but it doesn't really matter. They're working on double barracks. That's right.
Work complete. There.
We can't build there. Oh, okay.
Now that
I mean-
your barracks is complete, you can begin training grunts to reinforce your army.
double
need
barracks
more gold.
might be a little bit
Continue
overkill.
producing grunts until you reach your quest requirement.
Always Volgy, that's what I'm here for. I thought about it the other day, like, why did I actually start streaming? And it all started because I had like a lot of questions on YouTube under the videos with the comments. And I figured it would be way easier if I could just live respond to people's questions in the chat. And that never really left. So whenever people have questions, I'm always more than happy to answer them.
My life
I
for the
am
Horde.
the war chief.
My
Work
life
complete.
for the Horde.
Yes.
Yeah, I know I could build double barracks. Instead, I'll build a burrow. Yeah.
I can do that.
Let me see if there's actually a maximum amount of units that can have with the burrows.
We need more gold.
Alright, that's fine. Go on, then. Get me those
Research
resources.
complete. My life for the Horde.
The Infinite Dragons want to change the history of the Horde. Infinite Dragons' motivation is a bit
Ready
up in
to
the
work.
air. And it's changed a little bit. So, in the past, there was speculation as to, okay, what does the Infinites really want to do? And we see them mess around with the Horde, as you mentioned. Like, they try to mess around with Mediv opening up the Dark Portal. They try to mess around with Thrall actually escaping from Durnhold, right? But they also try to mess around with
My life for the
Arthas
Horde.
escaping Streffel
Work complete.
and following Mal'Ganis into Northrend. So, again, no real massive motivation or explanation has been given. My personal speculation was that the Infinite Dragonflight is working for the Old Gods, and so they wanted to stop the Old Gods' biggest threats from rising up. So imagine no hordes to fight against Cthulhu, or imagine no us
My
going to
life for the
Northrend
Horde.
in order to stop the Lich King, right? We would have never found out about Yogg-Saron until it was far too late. That's kind of what I figured they were going with. But then we got Dragonflight, and in Dragonflight they did the whole Infinite Dragonflight story topsy-turvy. And now the Infinite Dragonflight themselves created the Infinite Dragonflights. Or that's what they were trying to go with.
Work complete.
Which is very different than what we've gotten before with the Infinite Dragonflight.
My life for the Horde.
It might still be that somewhere in the timeline they're going to go with the old reasoning or they're going to do something else. But for now, it seems to be done-ish.
You orcs are in
Okay.
violation of the Alliance Internment Act. We've already captured one of your leaders. If you surrender now, we'll spare your lives.
I spit on your Interment Act.
War Chief, they say they've captured one of our leaders. Maybe they're referring to Hellscream.
I hope not. But if they have captured Hellscream, I'll make them regret it.
Yeah!
Loktar Ogar! Come, my warriors! We must drive the humans back!
Yes, me lord, right away. All right, let's go human
Our
hunting.
town is under attack.
Oh no. Let's go. Hot take, but always thought Hellscream was kind of an idiot. Oh, Hellscream was a massive idiot. Hellscream is hailed as a
We
hero,
need more gold.
The spirits are
but
restless.
mainly hailed as a hero because he pissed out the fire that he caused.
We're under attack.
So, you know. He's like, oh, let me just double dip on this demon juice right here. What could go wrong?
We need more gold.
All right, we need more gold.
Let's get
The
on.
wretched humans have been destroyed.
Yeah.
Move Thrall and the rest of your forces across the bridge, such as the one located here.
I already did that. Thank you, though. Just a little pee on here,
One of
yeah?
your structures was damaged during the fight.
Uh-huh.
To repair a damaged building, select a peon, click the repair button, and then left-click on the desired structure.
As well as Grum, let me know, by the way, if the game is like this, if you can actually hear me all right. Over the sound effects.
My life for the Horde.
But Grum was also one of the people that
What do you want?
wanted to drink the demonic juices first.
Be happy to.
And now, obviously, we can't really blame him, you know. It's not like he could have
Yes.
known that
Something
drinking the demon
doing.
juice would have enslaved them to the Burning Legion.
Can't
But-
build there. Work.
The second time around, it's like, yeah, you kind of knew what you were getting yourself into, though, right? Like, you You
My
knew.
life for the Horde.
And you were like,
God,
power,
no
let's
God.
go, in order to what?
For
Take
honor.
over the forest? You were
Yes.
sent over for punishment?
Dabu.
Then
For
again, there was
honor.
also the influence of the demonic blood in the area, I suppose.
Yes.
Let's not forget about that part. Like, they were definitely
honor.
more aggressive due to the influence of the Legion. Don't skip northeast and get some loot. Wait, hang on. Northeast?
My life for the Horde. I can
Northeast.
do that.
Go there.
I am the war chief.
Tips are welcome, by the way. If you're like, hey, you're missing out on Easter eggs or loot, by all means, let me know. Well, that blood scenarios would have wiped the floor with Grum. Yeah, but then, you know,
Spirits are restless.
if your war chief, if your thrall tells you, like, go chop some lumber, keep yourself busy, right? Then maybe don't start a war with the locals.
My life for the Horde.
Maybe don't start a war with a fucking demigod. You know, maybe just pull your forces back and go to Thrall and be like, hey, you know what? That forest that you sent me into, craziest thing, right? But my troops think that there's ghosts in the woods. Now, we found out that they're actually elf women, but I don't think that the land is unoccupied. And I don't know, Thrall, but you don't seem the type to start a war over some lumber.
Dabu.
So maybe, you know, but that's easy for us to say. It's not like we have demon blood pumping in our veins. It's not like we're Grom Hellscream. But let's just say the man wasn't as diplomatic as he could have been, right?
Okie dokie.
Oh, look at that. Loot.
The spirits.
Go,
are
my
restless.
forces. Yeehaw.
I can do that.
Old school night elves are kind of scary. Anything
to.
besides in-game of WoW night elves
Something
are
I'm
kind of
doing.
scary. It's such a shame that the night elves in WoW are just portrayed as these peace-loving hippies, whereas they're just murder weapons. Absolute murder weapons.
Lokrigar no gal.
Right.
Let's get on
Hello.
with it. The spirits
There we go.
are restless.
He was big and brutal. If the orcs wanted someone with more forethought to the pointy end goes in the enemy, they wouldn't be orcs. I mean, Thrall was
I am the war chief.
Thrall was really brain power, but let's not pretend like there weren't more orcs that had, you
Your
know.
army has grown to such a large size that it now requires a portion of your income to sustain it. This maintenance cost is referred to as upkeep.
That there weren't more orcs who had like pondered about their life and considered things. Like in Etrick, for example. Etrick just wanted to chill like a boss. Etrick found himself just a nice little part in the forest, and he was like, just leave me the fuck alone. I don't want anything to do with your demon blood and your horde corruption and whatever. I just want to live my life, okay? I am Etrick. I'm old. Just let me be. And then he runs into Tyrion mother-ducking Fordring. Not Fordragon, Fordring. Saves his life and gets executed for it. Nearly, right? And all Etrick wanted was to chill. Maybe have a romance with Tyrion. You don't know. I don't know.
Lokrigar no gal.
But they nearly executed him for it. Poor man.
Life for the Horde.
All right.
Let's
Go
get
murder
on
some more
with it.
humans.
Master.
We know.
Lokrigar no gal.
Ah. And then Thrall showed up. Woo! He got a bromance at least, that's for sure. At least the Death Knights were
Let's get
accepted.
on with it.
I still can't believe that I used... I must have been on some good drugs
I
that
am
night.
the war chief.
But I used like a picture
My life for the Horde.
in which someone made like... It's in the story of Tyrion, I think, or Uther or whatever. Now, it must be in the story of Tyrion, where Etrick is holding him, and I think Tyrion is pregnant.
Spirits are restless.
And I'm like, how? Why did I put this picture in there? What was I doing that
War
night?
chief. Yes.
It's, yeah, it was definitely a thing.
for honor.
Yes.
Lokrigar no gal.
I swear.
For the Horde.
I swear.
The spirits are
Hey, we got
restless.
shamans. Let's go.
Let's get on with it.
Huh?
Or as Metze would pronounce it, shamans.
Yes, War Chief.
Call it a little Easter egg, yeah. Got some comments on it, though. I think that's what I was thinking that night. Like, oh, people are gonna comment on this. But surprisingly, most of the audience were just chill. You know. That's what we're talking about.
The war chief.
And Mr. Gems, how's life? Life is good. Besides that my house is falling apart, life is good. I actually made a full-blown story of insert character, which has been a while.
I am the war chief.
I've made a story of Ronin, so we're gonna do part 1 tonight. And I realized that it was actually a very long time since we did that. So that's been nice. Like, some old school work's been done. I've been chilling with the video games. Working out is going really well. I'm really happy with...
We've found where they're holding Hellscream, but the area is protected by fortified guard towers.
Then destroy them. Hellscream must be freed.
I'm happy with my discipline. I'm happy with my food schedule. I'm happy with how my arms are looking. Like, my biceps are... I'm actually fucking proud. And I'm stronger now than I've ever been, which is always nice as well. So, health-wise, going really, really well. I'm looking forward to end of the month. We're going to London for the Warcraft 30th party. So that's something to look forward to.
Let's get around to me.
And all in all, it's just, we're flowing, to be honest. It's just going. I'm happy that the sun is shining a little bit more again, because we're getting out of that December period. Oh, I'm literally a flower. It's so nice. Give me a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of moonlight, dancing to the boogie, you know, and I'm okay. I'm good. I'm singing. I'm flowing. So that's nice. Oh, Gromash! You want to come out of your cage, buddy? Yeah, Ronan did not get a story in-game. In the books, though. Very much so. Hi, Grum.
Hellscream, are you all right? I'm fine, little brother. Luckily, they only injured my pride.
Imagine being able to capture Gromash, though.
We're getting out of here now. We're leaving the human lands for good. Finally. Follow me. I have an idea.
Oh, yeah.
We can set sail on the humans' own ships. Perfect. But we'll need to wait for the rest of the Horde.
Here we are.
The Horde is assembled, War Chief. We await only your command.
Noise.
Now, go, young thrall. Sail west to the lands of Kalimdor. It is there that you will find your destiny. It is there that your people's salvation will be assured.
I know, right? Hellscream was a mad lad, man. Hellscream would devour anyone. And they didn't call him Hellscream for no reason, you know what I mean?